everybody, this is going to be a follow-up to the video that I did yesterday on the items that I had purchased from Costco. I purchased a couple different things that I thought would be really good beauty gifts or just very good beauty bargains, I guess you could say. Costco's a great place to just check out the cosmetics and the skincare and the hair care that they have there. Everything changes pretty often. There are some things that stay constant, but every once in a while you score some really good finds. So anyway, I wanted to do a video because one of the products that I mentioned I had a lot of questions about, and that is the Big Daddy package here of the Costco 10-piece deluxe brush collection that includes a designer brush roll and bag, which I will say is really nice. I don't know how they get designer out of it, but I do think it's, you know, pretty nice. So first of all, I'm going to mention something that probably only means anything to me, but obviously it comes in this great big box. I love that you can see all the brushes through the box. You can also flip it over to the back side and you can see all the brushes laid out on the back side. But if you're going to give this as a gift, it's really nice. You know, you wrap it up and then when they unwrap it, they can automatically see all their brushes. And then they did a good job with the packaging because once you remove this little piece down here, a little piece of tape, you can just unvelcro and open it up. And here is all your brushes. Like I said, might not mean anything to anybody else but me, but I thought it was nice. It's a nice little touch. This is the Kirkland signature set, and another question that I got is this a good value? Yes, I think it's a very good value. At $25, I think for 10 brushes, that's $2.50 a brush, not including the brush roll, which is really a bargain. Honestly, if one or two of these brushes appeal to you, it might be worth picking up the whole set. You can pass off the other brushes that you maybe don't want, or you can just keep them as extras. Like I said, it also makes a really great gift. There is a but, and the but is if you are already somebody who avidly uses or collects makeup brushes, then you probably have something similar in your collection, or you may have dupes for almost all of these. So that being said, I went ahead and looked through the brushes that I have and brought out the ones that I find are the most similar to the brushes that are in the set. So I thought I would go ahead and show you that. I'm going to start with the powder brush that they have in here. And this is the powder brush. I'm going to go ahead and show you in case you didn't see the video the other day. Here are the handles. They are like a very dark, like aubergine purple. And they say on one side what they are. This one says powder brush, and on the other side it says Kirkland signature. Like I said before, I don't love the fact that the Kirkland logo's on there just because I think the logo's not very pretty. And I think that it kind of, I don't know, kind of cheapens the look of the overall brush. That being said, I still think they're really great, so don't let that stop you from picking up these brushes. I think that they were definitely trying to go for a sleek and modern design. I imagine that the last set of brushes were by Borghese, and I'm going to go ahead, can't talk. I'm going to go ahead and show you some of those brushes in this little review too, but those were a little more classic looking, a little more elegant, I guess you could say. They had wooden handles that were dark, and I guess they figured if anybody had picked up that set, they probably wouldn't want to pick up another one that's just like it, so they went ahead and made these to appeal to those looking for a more sleek design or something that's different from what they already have. They do feel substantial in your hand. They're not at all heavy. I don't feel like they're difficult to work with. I don't feel like they're weighted funny either, so it's not like this side's a whole lot heavier. They are pretty well balanced. The only thing that I will say kind of drives me nuts is every single one of them have this kind of end to them. So if you have a little container that you stick all your brushes in, it's going to be really hard to get all of them in the brushes because most brushes that you buy have kind of a pointed end to them so that you can stick them down in. I guess you could sit these all up on a counter. I'm not sure how well they sit. I haven't tried. But anyway, on with the dupes. This one I actually don't have a dupe for. I don't have a powder brush that is kind of bell-shaped like this. Believe it or not, in all the brushes I have, I really only have one powder brush, I think, and that is the MAC. And this is a MAC 150. And obviously you can see it's kind of a fanned out shape, whereas this one is a more bell-shaped and would come up higher. So this is one of the only ones, well, that and the Kabukis, but I'll get there, that I don't have a dupe for personally. You may have one in your collection that looks like that. The next one that I have in here is a finishing brush. It is a duo fiber brush. I was wondering if it was just synthetic. Oh, you know what? No, I take that back. I thought... No, it is. It's a duo fiber brush. The larger fibers or the larger hairs that you can see in here are at a different length than the light ones. The light ones are synthetic, and I believe the dark ones in here are natural. I think this is a pretty nice duo fiber brush, honestly. I have not used any of these in application as of yet, but I do think this looks like a nice brush. I have, let's see, 3 brushes in my collection that are similar to this one, and these are the 3 of them. This one here is the Borghese brush that we got last time. It's the 102 duo fiber blending brush. This one is a number 3 by Lancome, also a duo fiber. And then this one is the Eco Tools by Alicia Silverstone. And honestly, in size, this one is the closest. You can't even see that. But as you can see, it's a very large brush. This one is the closest in size I have to it. This one is the Borghese one that we got last time than anybody who picked up that set. This one obviously much smaller. So if you're looking for a larger brush to use, then this is actually a very nice one. Moving right along to the foundation / concealer brush. This is a domed brush. Domed brushes are really nice to apply your foundation because you can get in by the nose and under the eye. That's probably why it says concealer too. Obviously you could apply your concealer with this. It would, I don't know, if you're going to apply a ton of concealer maybe, but it might be a little hard to do small areas. The only other brush I have is the one that I got last time in the Borghese set, and I do use that one. And as you can tell, it's very similar. This one is two-toned in color. This one is all the same. And this one is also quite a bit tapered, whereas this one is really just more curved and dome shaped. This one actually kind of tapers up to a point, not a drastic point, but definitely more pointed than the one that comes in this set. So there you go, that's that one. Oops, swap them out. The next one that they have is the cheek brush. It's a flat top brush. You can see here, and again, here's the handle. I have 2 brushes in my collection that are similar. Not exactly the same, but similar. And the first one I'll pull out is a real nice bargain brush, and it is the e.l.f. brush. This is the e.l.f. powder brush. And I'm sorry, all of my brushes really are due for a deep cleaning. I spot clean them all the time, but I just haven't done a deep cleaning in a little while. So anyway, here is the e.l.f. brush next to it. These are all synthetic hairs. This is a natural hair brush. So the next brush I'm going to show you is also a natural hair brush, and that's my Rockin' Republic brush. This is a 101 face brush, and as you can tell, it is very similar. Now, I will say with this one, my Rockin' Republic brush is very, very dense. There's very little give. With this one, you have a lot more give. They're both very soft, but I'll show you what I mean. For example, taking my Rockin' Republic brush, I can do this and really push the product into my face, and it doesn't give a whole lot. Whereas this brush, it would give quite a bit more. I'm not saying that that is a bad thing. It's not a, it depends on how you use the brush, really. If you're not gonna jam it into your face, it's not a big deal. If you just hold it and buff it on, then you're fine. But some people, I guess, they get, you know, kind of heavy-handed and don't like it when their brushes will do this kind of thing. So anyway, that's that. The next one I have is a crease brush. It's a domed crease brush that does have a little bit of a tapered end to it. I have two brushes that are similar to that in my collection. I might have missed a couple. And the two brushes that I have are right next to it. And I think the closest one is actually this one. So we'll do it that way. There you go. So these are all crease or blending brushes. This one and this one are very, very similar. This is the one that comes in the set, and this is the MAC 224. It is not quite as tapered on the end. I don't know if you can tell that. And then this one is my Rock & Republic brush, the 203, and this one is definitely not as tapered on the end. But I really like both of these brushes. It's very soft. Again, it does have quite a bit of give to it, but with a blending brush, sometimes that's okay. And this one obviously has a lot of give to it, the 224. So this is nice for a nice soft application. The next brush I have is the angled eye brush, like this. I really don't use this type of brush very often. You're supposed to be able to get in and really do the outer V very well with this brush. And I will say, I guess I've used it once or twice. I think it's one of those brushes that if you use it enough times, you may fall in love with it. I just don't use it that often. I do have one other brush, and that again was from the Borghese set from last time. But as you can tell, the Borghese one is quite a bit smaller. See, this is the one that comes in the set, and this is the Borghese one. And I think just a tad denser. Oops, wow, yeah, that one's definitely still dirty. So anyway, that one is that. Then we have the all over just lay down brush, shader brush for the eyes. And I imagine you would have several different dupes for this in your collection, or I mean, maybe you don't, but at least one. I have several. Let me see, this one's not really that close. Let's see, here we go. Try to get them all in here. There you go. Not sure if you can see, but it is pretty much just your typical lay down brush. The closest one I think I have to it. This one is the Rock & Republic brush. This one is the Borghese brush from last set. You can see the Borghese one is quite a bit bigger. This one is a little bit smaller. I do appreciate the smaller brush too, because this one is, the Borghese one is actually a little bit large for the eye space. I do think that this one would work very well. But the closest one I have to it is an e.l.f. brush, and this is the e.l.f. shader brush. This one is not really blunt on top, but it has less of a curve than the e.l.f. brush. The e.l.f. brush has more of kind of a U shape to it. I don't know if you can see that. But those are very similar. The next brush I have is the liner brush, which is flat, and I have two in my collection that are similar. This liner brush is not as wide as the other two and not as long either. So I guess that's pretty decent if you want a really precise look. This one right here is the Lancome brush, and it doesn't have a number on it. And then this one is from Smashbox, number 9. And again, you can see they're pretty similar. The last two brushes I'm going to go ahead and show you are, this one is the highlighting brush, or at least that's what it says. It's a half moon brush. I don't have anything similar to that one. And I actually don't have an angled kabuki. But I do know that, I want to say you can get one from EcoTools. Obviously several lines carry them, but that would be an affordable one. And I think Real Techniques, that one might be an angled one too. So like I said, I didn't have any dupes for that in my collection. And then again, you get the case that is nice. It has magnetic snaps on it. It opens up to a brush roll, and then you have this removable netted cosmetic case on the end, which I think is really nice too. For $25, I mean, you could spend that just on a brush roll, honestly. So I'm going to go ahead and show you, since I talked about it. Yeah, let me pick up these two. This is the Borghese brush from the last set. So if you pick those up, this is what I mean by it having a wooden handle and a little more maybe professional look. And then this is the one from this set, which the handle is acrylic, which, you know, it doesn't bother me. But if you were wondering the difference in the look and the design, that's really what it is. All in all, like I said, I think it's a very good buy. I think it's very good for somebody who's starting out or somebody who is looking to pick up one of these brushes. If you saw in the video a brush that you'd been eyeing, like the MAC brush that I showed you, that looks like a pretty good dupe for this brush here, the crease brush, which I think is the 224, MAC 224, yeah, MAC 224, then, I mean, you could pick up this set and have a very similar brush to the MAC brush and all the rest of the brushes for just about what you would pay for just that MAC brush. So that's something to think about too. There's a little pamphlet that comes with this set that explains all the brushes. It'll tell, you know, what brushes are in the set, and then it explains what they're best used for. There's also a little blurb on the front of it. Sorry, gosh, my hair is a mess today. There's a little blurb on the front of the pamphlet that says that if you go to Costco's website and you search for this item, you should be able to pull up a video that is going to tell you about application or show you application with these brushes, that sort of thing. I did try to do that, and it looks like Costco doesn't have it online yet. I imagine in the next few weeks that should be loading on. That also gives me the idea that you might be able to pick this up online at some point too, and if I see that, I'll keep you guys posted. Hopefully that was helpful to any of you that were thinking about picking this up and wondering how similar it would be to brushes you maybe already have. Please let me know if you have any questions. Real quick, I just wanted to remind everybody about the giveaway that I'm doing. I will link to it in the down bar. I did just want to let everybody know that that one is going to be closing October 25th. It's the breast cancer awareness giveaway, so make sure you check that out, subscribe, and comment so that you can win free makeup. The other thing I was going to mention is I'm not going to do, I mean, from time to time, if it's a really good deal or something, I will post a video, but more than likely, if it's a good deal on makeup, I will post a link to it on my Facebook page, just because it's a whole lot easier to jump online and just post a link and let everybody know. A lot of people follow Facebook. It should show up right in your little news feed, and that is just an easy way for me to post any information that you guys might be interested in, rather than coming on and trying to make videos, because most of the time, by the time I found out about it, it's short-lived, or, you know, it's something that you can only pick up that day or something like that. There's also going to be a vlog sale that I'm going to do soon. I don't know when, but soon. I do have a lot of items already posted on the Facebook page, so you can check that out too. I will link that in the down bar. There may be more items that I'm adding other than the ones that are on Facebook, but those are the ones that I've been able to look at already. I'm also going to go through my brushes soon, and so you'll see some brushes in the vlog sale as well. I think that's it. Again, if you have any questions, just let me know, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!